my channel. I hope you all are fine and happy. So today I'm here with a video that will be very useful for young boys and girls who are about to get married. So marriage is full of many ups and downs, adventures and incredible memories with the person you love. So I'm here with some tips for you so that it becomes easier for you to decide whether the person you are getting married is the right person for you or not. So stay tuned. So the first point is communicate, because it is really important to have a clear-cut communication, because in India is marriage is a rushed affair where the parent forces the boy and the girl to get married. It's more of a family thing. Our parents, they think the best for us, but we have to understand that they are coming from the previous generation and our generation works differently. The children from our generation, they have their own mind, they have their own choices. So your parents want you to get married to a well and respectable family, but you have the full right to know the other person. What if the person must be, the boy or the girl is having an affair? What if they are forced to this marriage? They don't want to marry now. They want to focus in their career. They want to do their further studies. So it is very important to have a clear-cut communication with the person you are getting married to. Then the second thing is know the family, especially those girls who are getting married in a joint family. You're going to the joint family, because if you are staying with the boy's parents, then it is not only the guy you're getting married to, but you are getting married to the entire family. So the entire family has an expectation from you. Suppose मान लो लड़का के कहता है आपसे, the guy comes and says to you that I respect your independence, I respect your wishes. If you want to do further studies, you can do. If you want to work and grow in your career, you can do whatever you wish, because I give you full independence. I give you space for whatever you are doing. But you have to listen to my parents, because my parents are most important for me. So that's okay. So as a girl, you think that, yeah, what a lovely guy he is. बहुत अच्छा है, because he respects his parents as well as he is giving me independence to focus on my career and whatever I want to do. Suppose I want to wear western dresses, so he has no problem in that. All right, but when you get married and you're coming late from office due to some important commitments, due to some important meetings, and your mother-in-law comes and says कि you are the बहू of our house, अब तुम हमारी बहू हो और तुम्हें इस टाइम पे घर वापस आना, that doesn't look good. What will the people say? आस पड़ोस के लोग क्या कहेंगे, फैमिली मेंबर्स क्या कहेंगे, बहू इतने रात को आ रही है, and what kind of dresses are you wearing? Why are you wearing western dresses? And you go and tell the guy that you have given me independence, you told me whatever I wish I can do, but your mother says like that. So the guy, what he will say? He will say that, you remember I told you, from my side there is no problem, मेरे तरफ से कुछ भी problem नहीं है, but if my mother says anything, then please listen to her. If my father says anything, please listen to him. So it is very important to know the family, what the family wants, whether his parents want you to work after marriage or not, want you to have your own life or not. So it is really very important to know about all these. Otherwise there may be conflict after marriage, and ultimately the guy will suffer as well as you will suffer. So this is an important point. Yeah, the next comes your food choices. So food से भी बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है, फूड चॉइस से. सपोज आपको नॉनवेज बहुत पसंद है और आपके पार्टनर जो है ही और शी डजंट लाइक नॉनवेज, उसे वेजिटेरियन डिशेस पसंद है. वो तो ठीक है, इफ़ ही और शी अलाउज यू कि हाँ आप खा सकते हो, बाद में कुछ कुछ लोग तो ऐसे होते हैं कि नहीं, तुम मेरे साथ रहोगे तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं खा सकते हो नॉनवेज, तुम्हें नॉनवेज छोड़ना ही पड़ेगा. सो इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, राइट. आपको नॉनवेज इतना पसंद है और आपके पार्टनर तो प्याज तक नहीं पसंद करता है. सो ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं विच कैन क्रिएट अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम इन योर मैरिज इफ इट कंटिन्यूज लाइक दिस. अगर दोनों की फूड चॉइसेस सेम है, सो इट्स very good. If you can adjust with it, then also go for it. But suppose एक बिल्कुल ही adjust नहीं कर पाते हो, suppose the other person forces you to turn vegetarian, if you are a non-vegetarian, that नहीं, यहाँ पे if you are staying in my home, you have to become a vegetarian. So if that makes you unhappy, then you can rethink about that. Okay. Sometimes you will find that your partner is constantly talking to someone and getting influenced by that person, or he or she is trying to compare you with that person. ऐसे होता है ना. Most of the husbands they complain, or most of the boyfriends they complain that my girlfriend or my wife is constantly talking to her best friend or to her sister, and she doesn't use her own brain, and that creates a problem in your relationship, because that person starts comparing his or her life with the second person with whom he or she is constantly talking. See, just learning new things or improvising yourself from by listening to others is not bad, but it becomes worse when you try to compare yourself. Like if the girl is telling you are not like my father used to do these things, or my sister's husband does these things, but you never do. So this is not a good thing. Don't try to compare your life with somebody else's life. See, if you are taking advice from someone who is more experienced than you, then it's okay. But if that creates a rift in your relationship, then maybe your marriage is falling apart, or if you are not married, then you can rethink about marrying that person, because this will create a lot of problem in your marriage by constantly nagging and constantly comparing with somebody else. Then the next point is ask your partner about his or her hobby, क्योंकि खाली टाइम तो आप ऑब्वियसली एक साथ ही बिताओगे ना, एंड यू वांट टू spend your free time in a fun way. Suppose the other person's hobby is photography, तो वो जब भी खाली टाइम मिलता है उसे, so he moves out of the house 4-5 hours के लिए, वो कहीं नेचर में चला जाता है for his photography. And on the other hand, you love to stay at home, to chill at home, to watch a movie in Netflix, or just cook food, good food. So इसमें क्या होता है, अगर आपकी हॉबी बिल्कुल ही डिफरेंट है तो इससे आगे जाके प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, राइट. Because for 1 or 2 days it's okay, but for lifelong it is not possible, because the other person will be busy on his or her work, you will be busy on your work, और जो टाइम खाली टाइम मिलता है उसमें भी आपका अलग अलग, फिर what is the use of marriage? So this can create a lot of problem in marriage. So शादी के पहले एक बारी just discuss about your hobby. देखो बिल्कुल सेम तो हो नहीं सकता है, it cannot be that both of your hobbies are exactly the same, but at least थोड़ा मिलता जुलता, if you can adjust, so it's well and good. Okay, then the next point comes finances. The harsh truth is that most of the divorces are due to financial differences. Suppose you want to save and your partner doesn't want to save. He or she spends a lot of money. So it's equally important to save as well as spend. So there must be a balance between the two, spending and saving. And you should know before marriage where your partner stands financially. Suppose he or she has a lot of loan on him or her, and you come to know about this after marriage, so it comes as a shock, so it can break a marriage, right? So it's better to tell before marriage that whatever your responsibility is. Suppose you have a lot of loan on you, so you should be very clear before marriage. And it is equally important to be financially independent, right? You cannot be dependent on someone else for your necessities, for your luxuries. Suppose you want to go for a honeymoon and you don't have enough savings, so you ask your parents and your parents say no, and it's fair enough. Why should they pay for your honeymoon? And it's not your fault also, because maybe they forced you to get married at an early age. So it is very important to be financially independent. First you establish yourself, first you be self dependent, then only go for marriage. So it's important to know where you stand financially, or where the person whom you are getting married stands financially. All right. Then comes your partner's past relationship. Your partner's past should not matter, according to me. How many girlfriends, how many boyfriends. So you shouldn't fixate your mind on all these things. Maybe it's important to tell a little bit about your past relationship to your fiance before marriage. You can tell that you had two girlfriends or two boyfriends, whatever the number is. So you were pretty serious with one of them, and one was just a casual fling. But do not say unnecessary things. Do not go very deep into this conversation. Um, don't say that I met a girl in my college, she was extremely beautiful, she looked like a model, she was so attractive. So why to tell all these things? These will create unnecessary issues in your relationship if you get married to that person. So that person may feel bad later on. So don't say something which is not required, which is unnecessary, because these can make and break a marriage if the person thinks very deeply into it. So better to keep the conversation light, just an information you passed, and never hide anything from your partner. Suppose you're still in touch with your exes, and your partner must know about this, and he or she must be comfortable. Then only go for it. If he or she is comfortable with the kind of friendship you all share, and then it is all right. Otherwise it can create a rift in your marriage. Then the next point is how you resolve your issues, how you resolve your problems. To be very honest, like every couple has their disagreements, so that results into fight. So no two people are alike. It is not possible that two people will be exactly the same. So you will have disagreements like every couple. So better prepare yourself that uh, you will have fights. But the most important thing is that after that fight, how will you resolve the issues? If both of you just bang the door, storm out of the room, and don't talk to each other for maybe 2 days or 4 days, then what happens? There is a distance between you two. All right. So it's very important to sit and communicate with each other, like what went wrong, what you didn't like, what hurts you. All right. So the best thing is to forgive and forget. Bhul jao, because ye hota hi hai. It's very common. All right. Suppose if your partner has cheated on you, has done something very wrong, which you cannot forget. It always keeps on playing on your mind. So in that case, better rethink your marriage. Better not to get married to that person, because uh, if you cannot forget that, if you cannot forgive that, then there is no use getting married to that person. Okay. Then comes your family, whether you want to have a family or not, whether you want to have your own kids or not, or there are people who want to adopt. There are many children who are deprived of a proper life. They don't get good food to eat, they don't get a proper upbringing. So many people are going for it. They are adopting children and giving them a beautiful life. So you must discuss this with your partner before marriage, what he or she thinks. Suppose your would-be husband has a strong belief that he wants his own kid, and you don't believe in this. You want that you can give a good life to somebody else, who just needs, like you can adopt a baby. So these things, they create a lot of problem. If you're too much into it, then it's better to discuss. And if you want to have your own kid, after how many years you want to have a kid, or how many kids you want, so it's better to discuss all these things before marriage. Then the next point is, you should discuss about your future goals. Your future goals should be similar. It should not be extreme opposite. Okay, suppose the person whom you are getting married to, he wants a simple life. He wants a life in his hometown, a small place, and you on the other hand, you want to go abroad, settle abroad, all right, so to a foreign country. Then it's better to discuss, no, because after marriage, then your goals are entirely different, and this will create a lot of problem. So ultimately, why are you getting married? If you, in your future, if you want a different life and he wants a different life, it's no use getting married. Or suppose the other person, your partner, he wants to become a singer. Okay, he is passionate about singing, so he wants to struggle, he wants to go to Mumbai and struggle, and he wants to be a playback singer. And you on the other hand want a life which is comfortable. Your parents are nearby, so you don't want to leave your hometown and come along with him. So in this case, like, what are you both doing? Very different future goals. All right, so it's better to discuss. And on the first place, if your future goals are not similar, it cannot be same exactly, but at least similar. Suppose he wants to have to go for a foreign tour, so he is working hard and he is saving money for a foreign trip. And on the other hand, you want to buy a beautiful bungalow or a flat. So take care, your goals are not entirely different, but at least it can be worked out, because until and unless both of you do not pull each other to fulfill his or her dream. All right, so in this case it can be worked out. But in that case where the other person's goal is entirely different from yours, so it can create a lot of problem in your marriage. So better rethink before marrying such a person who has different mindset than you. Then comes your personal choice. If you are a girl and if you want to work and focus on your career after marriage, so be very clear to your fiance before marriage that I will be working and I will contribute some part of my salary to my parents, because it is my responsibility to take care of them when they are old. So these things should be very clear, because afterwards these create a lot of problem, and marriages can break because of all these things. आपके हस्बैंड हो सकता है बाद में एतराज़ करे कि नहीं तुम काम पे नहीं जा सकती हो, यू कैन नॉट अटेंड लेट नाइट मीटिंग्स, you cannot just ignore your house, ignore your children, ignore your in-laws, and go to the office every day and come back late. So all these things should be very clear. You should tell about your nature of work, because nowadays most of the work like requires a lot of working hours. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि the girls, the ladies, they come back home early. So if it's 9 o'clock at night, if a meeting is scheduled at 9 o'clock at night, so you have to attend it. All right, so there's no biasness about all these things. So better be clear, better have a clear communication with your partner. Both of you, the boy as well as the girl, should have a clear communication. क्योंकि बाद में फिर प्रॉब्लम होगी. इससे अच्छा है कि if it suits you, then only go ahead. Otherwise, you can rethink about marrying that particular person. So these all points were really important to discuss with your would-be partner before marriage. पहले ज़माने में क्या होता था, हमारे parents, हमारे grandparents, they got married by looking at a photograph, or maybe photograph भी नहीं है, ऐसे ही, because their parents have told. But the generation is changing, the time is changing. the people, the girls, the boys, everybody, their mindset is changing. So if your parent says कि नहीं, ऐसा कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है पहले से जानने की, पहले से मिलने जुलने की, क्योंकि आप जान ही जाओगे आफ्टर मैरिज. So please put your foot down and just say them that no, it is really important to know a person before getting married, rather than being sorry after getting married and heading towards divorce and all. So try to explain, try to convince your parents, if they are against this, that you must not mix up and must not mingle so much before marriage. So try to convince them, because it is really really important to know each other. और ये भी पता है, these things like people change. Suppose आज मैं जैसी हूँ, maybe after 10 years I'll be different, so that's okay. but फिर भी थोड़ा बहुत कुछ तो हम जान सकते हैं. It's difficult to judge a person. It's very less time to judge a person. Even 1 साल या 2 साल भी बहुत कम है किसी को जज करने के लिए. But still we must take some effort to know that person before getting married, because marriage is not a small thing. It is a, it's a very I know, it's it's something which we cannot express. ऐसा होता है, if in a bad marriage we cannot even leave that and we cannot even continue that. So वैसा stage आने से पहले हमें एक दूसरे को जानना ज़रूरी है. Okay, and do not put all your blame on marriage. If you are still unhappy after marriage also, if you are unhappy, if you are frustrated, then don't just think that मेरी इससे शादी हुई इसीलिए मेरी लाइफ बदल गई. No, that's not the thing. It's marriage is a part of life. ठीक है? But your happiness, your life depends on you. So that's all for today. I hope these few points were of little help to the girls and boys who are about to get married. So please know each other before getting married, and all the best, and have a fun weekend. Thank you so much. Bye bye.